Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. We're flying today. IL-2, it's a pretty fun flight simulator and tank simulator. Today we're learning how to take off and land, and it's not as simple as you would think. This guy that popped up on the screen is a character I created for the campaign and stuff like that. And that's my Russian self, Crazy Dog Mickey. They have created a detailed profile of my character from what unit I'm with and what air wing or whatever they call it in Russian. I can't read some of the Russian. The plane controls are in Russian, so it's hard to tell what the instruments are sometimes. But I'm new to this, so as I'm learning, I'm teaching you. Yeah, this is it's a historical newspaper, and it changes daily with the events of the day. I just gotten into it, so I don't know much about it yet. And that is the fighter regiment I'm apparently with. If you want to read it, you might need to pause it. I'm on mouse and keyboard. You can free look by right-clicking your mouse. And that's how you see your gauges to see what they say, unless you have the turn the light on. Unless you have it up on the screen, there's a way to do that too. The gauges are labeled in Russian. I don't read Russian very well, so I kind of figure it out. The plane we're in is Russian LaGG-3. Okay, I'm going to bring up the checklist, the takeoff checklist that we need to go through. Whether you're using keyboard and mouse or flight stick, I guess these values are all the same. I'm using keyboard and mouse, and it's okay. I'd rather have a flight stick any day. Okay, we want to set the flaps to 20%. And now the engine, I will bypass that stuff right now. If you want to read it, you can, because engine is set for it to operate automatically, so I don't have to do all that crap. Later on, I'm going to want to, though. But the throttle is not, so you're going to have to run it up to 100% when you're ready. And once you reach 140 kph, level the plane at 190, gently take off. Don't do like I did this one. I set my stuff at miles per hour instead of kilometers. I kind of messed up a little bit, but I still got off the ground. I found it's pretty important not to rush. Take your time to what you feel comfortable with, and if you need to pause it to read this longer, that's fine. If not, we'll go ahead and set the throttle to 100 and start moving. I did better if I gradually ran the throttle up to 100, because this thing torques to, I think it's the left pretty bad, and it wasn't too bad. I was able to compensate with let's see, there's a left and right brake. I hope you said that. Keep binding up, because you'll need them. It helps turn you and straighten you out, and lock the rear wheel. You can do that too, that's important. Now you can't see in front of you with the crap, but if you don't let yourself torque too much, you'll stay straight. And you can't go into third person if you need to see it that way. Now I went longer than I needed to go, because I didn't realize I was in MPH instead of KPH. So it's time to lift off though. Let's pull it back. Once you feel you're off the ground, you need to gear up and flaps to 0. Flaps back to normal. Now while we're up, we're going to do a little small practice with the, this is the dogfight practice. We're doing the merge head on, up to 20mm cannons on the nose. Oh yeah, I think I got him. I expected a dogfight a little more than that. When it's not training, you don't have that red box around the enemy, and they're hard to see because they're little specks in the air. And I've barely done it, but I've noticed that. It's hard to find them. So they find me. Now we're going to run to the little shoot the bomber down training. Now there are no guns shooting back at me in this, so that makes it easier. But this is my first time shooting the bomber down, and my first time taking off and landing successfully. It's time to go over the landing checklist. This is probably one of the most difficult things to do. Now remember, take your time. This is a long approach. You've got to slow down to under 300 kph before you can drop your landing gear. And then down to 250 before you drop your flaps all the way to 100%. Okay, drop engine speed to 200 kph. It should be 2600 RPMs according to the stats. Okay, keep getting lower. Watch your altimeter so you'll know how high you are. Once you're over the end of the runway or getting to enter the end of the runway, cut the engine when you're close and pull back a little bit and so the plane will slow down further and do a 3-point landing. Okay, you're on your own. I'm getting rid of the checklist so you can see. Don't forget to gently hit your brakes to come to a stop. You don't want to hit them too hard, tear up the prop. And I was hitting my brakes, it kept going, so I don't know what I'll have to make sure I got that key binding right. This was my first landing and takeoff that I did without tearing the prop up. I always bent it for some reason. Never crashed, but I bent the damn prop. So good luck on your flying skills. Have a good time. Let me know how you did. Bye.